Let me mute this real quick.
The world is full of
Let me check the difficult. Oops. Nope, we don't want to do that. Difficulty do I have this on?
Friendship lasts forever.
I want the enemies to be tough, so that's good. Welcome to the stream. Today we're going to be doing Finneon's companion quest.
No time for idling.
Want to chat? I'm always up for a chinwag. We got ambushed by cultists who spoke of some bladesmith. I suspect you might know him. All too well. He was the one who tortured me. I don't know what specimens they wanted for you. Maybe they thought I had stolen something from them? Wait, I just remembered something. The bladesmith's workshop was just outside Is, right by the walls. If, Goran willing, we are ever in those parts, I'll beat the hell out of that scumbag for all he did to me. Ha! Finding those cultists was a stroke of luck. I'm ready to leap into battle right now. Just say the word. It's like I can feel this newfound strength. When you go to Oz, make sure to bring me along. That sounds like it's really far away from here. I feel like chatting while he's here. Okay.
Simple style goes a long way.
Okay. I guess this stream of doing the companion quest for Finneon isn't going to happen. I mean, because if I remember correctly, by going through the trophies, Iz, which was the capital, I think it was the former capital of Satoris, is the major place where I think it might be the headquarters where the demons are, so we can't do anything with this quest line. Though we can go to Ashun in the tavern. We can do this conversation. I'll have to retitle this stream. Oh, we could do On Hope's Wing, the mythic quest. We could do this Blackwater settlement, but that's not an easy place to do. That one's going to be brutal. The thing is, we don't have to do it in this act. We can wait until the next act. Let me look at my equipment. Do I really need this, or can I do something else? There really isn't anything else I can equip that's better. Try this. But I have the bark skin spell. I guess I can keep this on in case I don't feel like using it for some reason. Actually, that's going to be good.
The world is full of wonder.
For the next part of the story, I know it's going to be good. Let's go see what our succubus ally has to say for herself. But yeah, I'd never done Finneon's quest before, so I actually failed to get Finneon the first time around because I failed to get Wolfjik. So that's unfortunate. Probably sell some of the items I got. Probably not gonna need. I'm not gonna sell it to this guy, and I might do it later on.
A simple smile goes a long way.
I don't need to keep everything, and items that I don't think are going to be usable or have fallen off, like +1 items, I could just sell those. But let's get on to our companion quest line. There you are. I can't wait to share my joy with you. What did you want to tell me? Remember how I told you about Dresta leading me on to the path of redemption? I was trying to mock her by corrupting the dreams of mortals, and the great dreamer couldn't tolerate that. She ruined my game and made me spend what seemed like a whole eternity in her realm. I had a lot of time to reflect on my past misdeeds, and when the goddess saw that I had repented, she decided to let me go. I still vividly remember her parting words, "And what do you dream about?" The riddle weighed on my mind for many years. Demons do not dream when they sleep. We do not have dreams at all. We have desires, and we act on those desires, no matter what the cost. How was I supposed to find something to dream about? I've been observing the mortals, trying to understand how it all works, and finally, I had my very own dream. So many years of hard work, I almost gave up at one point, but here it is, a dream, a real dream of my own, of my very own. I want to show it to you. You don't mind, do you? Come, I'll take you to my dream. I can't wait for you to see it. Sure. And it looks like we're going someplace that isn't the tavern. I wonder what it'll be like. There it is, an actual dream, my very first one. Is this what mortals see every night? Does it look like your own dreams? What do you think? It looks nothing like my dreams. If you say so, well, it's still a dream after all. Eventually I will learn to dream. There's nothing to see here right now. Perhaps I was so keen on the idea of having a dream that it made all my other wishes and urges too pale in comparison. Now I have to learn how to dream properly. Tell me, what do you dream about? Let's go for peace. What a beautiful dream. When the war's over, we'll be able to... What do you mortals do in time of peace? Do you try to countryside to grow apples, I guess? And herd ducklings? Okay. The moment she said that, a tree and some ducks appeared. Look, look! Yeah, I see it. It's, very big, very green, and there's some ducks there to keep me company. Now I have a dream as well, and it's not just something I made up. It's something, I guess you could say it's something we made up, though. I mean, I want to say no, you definitely made it up. You were the one who thought about the idea, and then it just came. But I did help you, so... It's so wonderful sharing a dream with you. I am happy to share this dream with you. Mortals have so many different feelings: friendship, loyalty, sympathy, even love. They're also mysterious and beautiful, but one can't truly learn anything about them alone. And who would dare share their heart's desire with a predator from the abyss who's unable to reciprocate? I kind of want to do this one, but I don't want to do a romance with her. Should I try? I mean, I don't want to do a yeah, when I was playing games like Mass Effect, for example, I started romances I did not intend to start. Like one with the Asari when I was playing a female soldier, another with Ashley. I did not intentionally mean to start those relationships, but I did. So I'm kind of worried if I click this first option, I will start a relationship. Though I do get an achievement if I start a relationship, so I'm kind of wondering who would get the honor. One time I wanted to romance I want to... Probably not a good idea to say Ember, but I mean, now I think about it, she is a child, or I think she's implied to be a child. Actually, I'm not really sure what her age is. If she's like Amelia from Starring Life in Another World, RE0, and she's an adult but has the mind of a child, or if she's actually a child. Still, I don't really know her age, so... But I looked it up and the game won't let you romance her. She's off limits for that. So I wouldn't really know who to romance here. Screw it. I will. They are the most beautiful thing in the world. This world is mine and mine only. It's a bit empty right now, but I'm learning fast. Mind if I take a quick look around your dream? Of course, feel free to do whatever. That's why I brought you here after all. My dream, my very own dream. I don't even want to wake up from it. Now I understand why mortals compare all the best things in their lives to dreams. Let's go back to the material plane. Let's go. So that was my dream. I'm happy I was able to show it to you. It's kind of empty right now, but I know how to remedy that. I need to keep learning from mortals, following in their footsteps, so I figure out how to forge my own path. Naturally, I wouldn't even think about breaking into someone else's dream, as the goddess surely wouldn't forgive that. Perhaps I should ask the people of the city. What if they won't talk to me at all? Is there a chance you could help me once more? Ask the city, these people, what they dream about, and they are more likely to open up to you than me, and I will just follow you silently. They won't even notice me listening in. Okay. So now we talk around to people and that's what they dream about. Well-being, prosperity, and dwarven whiskey. I once had a taste of the stuff they distill under the mountains. Since then, I've dreamed of getting a still like the one they use, but they're secretive and don't share their inventions. A pity. I have to go so long. Come again, you'll always be welcome here. I'm well past my prime. I've seen far too much death to be afraid of dying myself. But I don't want to get old. However, if one has enough money, one can bribe time itself. Take Queen Galafi. I wish I could afford the magic potion she's been using to stay young for over a century. When I get rich, I'll retire. I'll go to Talor and buy a villa by the sea and from some broke noble. Maybe even buy their title. I'll surround myself with such luxuries that even ancient Italian emperors will envy me from the afterlife. I'll have a pipe organ in my dining room and I'll have it played while I dine. Oh, the harps and bells. There are rumors going around that the commander isn't just keeping a demon in her party, but she's been playing court to her. It's idle chatter, I hope. I'll just she has I don't really know how to pronounce that, but she's repented her sin, and I'm leading her towards a good mortal life. A noble aim, but alas, an unattainable one. The demoness is no repenting sinner. Be vigilant, or else she'll seduce and corrupt you. What do you dream of? What do I dream of? I suppose there can be only one answer. I dream of seeing every damn cultist burn on a pyre, every last one of them. Is there a list of people I need to talk to? There is.
Is there trouble?
And I just passed someone. I believe these two can all... So many young men and women have laid down their lives of war. They came here young and fearless just to wind up dead. Bring them all back to life. That's my dream. Sadly, that's not possible. At least not to the extent he wants it. I mean, yeah, you could resurrect people from the dead in this game, in this world, but I'm pretty certain that has limits. You have to be very high level to do it. Well, I guess I don't ask her. Thought he would be one. I said no. Stop asking me, Chief. You have to, Len. Look at me. I'm old. You know... What do you... I know. Kavish, and you know everything around here. Yeesh, you do. You're young and strong. You can last a dozen years. You've always said I'm not one of you. How can I be chief now? I'm a loner by nature. Who's gonna listen to me? Half the time I don't even listen to me. It's a new time for you, Len. You're young and you're from the new time. They're confused up here under the sky, but they'll get used to it. I won't. I know nothing here. You know everything. Chief is right, Lon. You have the qualities of a good commander, and I believe in you. Even if you are on his side, alright, I'll give it a shot. When my dear mongrels come running to you crying and demanding Saul back, don't say I didn't warn ya. They won't even remember Arueshalae with you around. Hey, don't rush me into becoming chief. I mean that I'll give it a try. Nothing more than that. And after a few days, I'll come to you, Commander, with a report. Just you wait. He's still called, Chief Soul. I have a question for you. That one thing, I heard that there was once a substantial library in Dresden, but the ravages of time and demonic malefications brought about its knives. Pity. It would have been very useful to my current research. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna read. I'm not sure if I want to read all this, but nah, screw it. That is a rather strange question indeed, but if it's in order, I will answer. There is a saying, one cannot win a war and keep their gloves white. Yes, I do understand that there isn't much time and energy left for landscaping when you're fighting hordes of demons to death every day, but Abadar knows how I'd love to see dressed in neat and tidy for just once. No missing cobbles in the street. Everything sparkling clean, fireplaces booming, all the lawns trimmed, glory and order instead of all this filth. So you're a neat freak. Got it. Guess I didn't have to ask literally everyone. I could probably still keep going. Screw it. Where's the storyteller? I know I've got him. Is he over here? Actually, hang on a moment. Let's go to the prison and talk to our halfling guest. I'm gonna keep her alive because one, I can get information from her. Two, I wonder if it'd even be possible to redeem her. That's one of the reasons why I spared her. Is like, yeah, let's see if she can redeem herself. I mean, she got a bad hand in life. Maybe something will happen that maybe we can do something to redeem her. And if not, well, guess that's that. It's worth a try. I hope a swarm of Estros take over dressing and feast on your bones. You still hate us. I get it. Oh, I haven't been surprised by a strange question for a long time, especially not when beside you I hear the weightless tread of a succubus who has stepped onto the path of redemption. No wonder wonder she wants to know more about mortals and their dreams. Perhaps our dreams will disappoint you, child, and I still will answer. Yeah, he's a really good mage. He actually knows that the succubus is following. I have to admit, I suffer from insomnia every night. As soon as I lie down, the ghosts of who are remembered and those who are forgotten stand around my bed. Stories have gathered swarm in my head. My mattress becomes hard like stone and my pillows ice cold. Maybe if I had softer beds, I would fall asleep quicker, although I suppose it's not about the bed. You'd be surprised. Hold on. There's someone down here. Well, we'll see. I'm certainly here to help you out, either way. I have a question. I'm not gonna. What else could I desire when I have my Beth? You put the commander up to this, didn't you? Oh, Ash, quit hiding. You put the commander. Feeling shy? Are we fine? I'll act like I never saw you. So, commander, war is no place to be thinking about once. Needs, yes, not desires. But when the war's over, you mean? Then we'll have a chance to think about something other than just surviving. To learn something about something other than fighting. You know, when I was really little, I would always hang around the kitchens whenever the cook was getting the fresh bread out of the oven. Big steaming loaves that smelled so good. Maybe it's stupid, but I keep thinking, when this war is over, I'm gonna build a big stone oven in my house and learn how to bake bread just like that. I don't keep secrets from you, Commander. I used to think reclaiming Dresden was a hopeless dream, but now, thanks to you, winning this war seems possible. Still, the victory is our common cause, the dream of the entire Crusade forces. My personal dream is more modest, putting an end to Baphomet's Templars once and for all, to prevent them from invading our ranks and poisoning the minds of our warriors with their deceit. Rearmament's another thing we do well to pursue. Our armor falls into disrepair at an alarming rate, and our warriors' blades are barely sharp enough to pierce the skin of the weakest demon. I understand that Mirado's coffers aren't bottomless, but if we can't order ready-made weapons, I'd be glad to get half a dozen of cold iron. Wait, are we still dreaming? A ton of adamant, then. One or two would be enough for her. In other words, she wishes to have a strong military. So who do I still have to go for? Where is he? Oh, I know where he's at. I'd give everything to see my lovely little girl, Lori, once again, one last time. This guy retrains your character and allows you to recruit mercenaries if you don't like the companions you have. I, of course, like to use the companions. They provide insight into the story, whereas the mercenary units you get are just there. There's one exception. When I did my Kingmaker walkthrough, I didn't want to use Octavia because she had a point in Rogue, and that kept her from being entirely a wizard. Of course, I'm doing a third walkthrough of that game. I'm not a third walkthrough, but a third run of the game, and I'm gonna turn her into an arcane trickster. That's my goal. Though investing into to sneak attack, I mean the rogue class, at least 1 point, did keep her from getting certain spells early in the game, and for that reason I wanted to use a different wizard, so I made the arcane bomber wizard I had in the walkthrough. Now that we talked to everyone, we're going to go back. Unfortunately, I screwed up, got caught up in talking, and I went completely the other way. Oops. Kind of want to do some fighting. We have spent all this time just talking to people. I asked some of the city's people about the dreams. Is this enough for you? Yes, you can't even imagine how many new dreams I've had in there now. Let's go. Like, I want to show you everything I got. This companion quest isn't about fighting. It's just about our friend here learning about dreams. I have to use the bathroom. I'll be right back. Do you see how many different things are in here? I too can dream like any mortal. Yeah, that's what I was thinking when I came across this. But none of these dreams are your own. What's the point in collecting other people's reverences? No need to be so harsh. This is my first dream ever. It's a miracle I'm able to have one at all. I would have never collected all my dreams without you. Would you like to take a closer look? Feel free to explore my dreams and you tell me if they look like the things mortal dreams about. Maybe you'll give me some hints on how to make them better. Do you see how many different things are in here? Not too like can dream. Oh. Congratulations, I'm genuinely happy for you. Okay, how do I leave? Pretty sure I talked about everything here. I mean, I looked at everything here. Oh. Okay. This doesn't look familiar. That is concerning. That creature just appeared in her dream. I'm sorry. You weren't supposed to see that. I didn't want you to. I didn't even want to see that myself. No need to apologize. Dreams can be strange sometimes. Suppose you're right, but I'm embarrassed anyway. That shadow I wanted to erase him from my memory once and for all. That nickname he gave me, Venomous Butterfly, was the last thing I ever wanted to hear again. I tried to forget about that, and I almost succeeded, but now he's hunting my newfound dreams. Why? Everything was going so well. This must be what mortals call nightmares, right? I guess this is another confirmation that I'm now fully exploring the dream world. But will I be brave enough to enter it again, knowing that he is waiting for me there? There are so many things I still have to learn. Mortals usually find ways to deal with their nightmares, and so will I. Thank you for your help, and I'm sorry that you had to watch that awful spectacle unfold. Now please excuse me, I need some time to think about everything I've just seen. Well, I need to talk with him after. I'll go talk with them. And so we're not going to be able to complete. Well, we can actually go into the Nameless Ruins. I think I have enough to solve one puzzle, but we need to get more stuff, so.
Adventures are exciting.
But yeah. We have more tile puzzles to solve. There's also the angel that we rescued. We can do that quest line. Well, how about that, War Chief? The wolf revealed the truth to me, and now I understand even less than before. Kim said you haven't remembered everything yet. She's right, I haven't. There were no lies in that vision, but there sure were a lot of blanks and riddles. Kim says I'm hiding something from myself, something I don't want to remember, but that's hooey. Why would I keep secrets from myself? You know what the strangest thing about that vision was? My own brother killed me. That much I remember clearly, but I had a big family, you know. I can name every one of them, from my great-grandfather to my nephews. But my brother, the one who betrayed me, I can't remember his name or his face or anything at all. Funny that. What can you tell me about Gundrum? Well, on the one hand, it's a sorry sight to behold. It's a tiny town of displaced refugees and migrants. Our customs, our old faith, they're in tatters. But on the other hand, somehow, some way, the people of Gundrum have made it through all these years. Despite everything, they survived. And surviving, despite everything, is the greatest Sokorum custom of all. So who knows, maybe Socorus will someday rise from Gundrum like a forest from a single seed. I have to go. Soft grace underfoot to you. Yep, we still gotta do... I still gotta do this mythic quest here. That one we gotta do before we... The Ivory Sanctum, that's the major one we gotta do. We got the password. Or the pass key to get in there, so that's not gonna hold us back. Not... These two, I think I have to wait. Yeah, this one we have to go down to the I don't know, remember what the area is, but that's a hard fight, so I'm not sure if I want to do that right now. Gotta maximize all the Crusader stats. This I will do after I complete the Ivory Sanctum. Her sword is actually really good, and I want to take advantage of it and use it. Though I do know that I will eventually get a better sword before this act ends, so I will return her sword to her. And I'll get a whole bunch of gold for it too, so it's definitely in my best interest to do so. So... Can't do anything more here. Got to a hard part with the with this. That's a DLC quest. This one's gonna be hard, so I might wait until I'm a bit more experienced for this. Though I was able to do it the first time I did it. I went through. Though this is actually a very hard mission. Enemies have ridiculous armor class. Yeah, that's the theme in this game. They have really high armor class. But their touch, but a lot of times they have that really high armor class. Their touch armor class is really low. So one person suggested that I I should use the alchemist, or asked if I was using the alchemist that had the sneak attack ability. I didn't go for that one because I wasn't sure how, I played this game for a while, I wasn't sure entirely how the sneak attack worked. I thought you had to be on the sides or behind an enemy, because that's how sneak attacks normally worked in other games. But in this game, in order for sneak attacks to proc, someone else has to be fighting, and you have to be flanking. So as long as I have like another opponent engage, I can take advantage of that and do sneak attack damage. That's all it takes. It's not about positioning here, and I did not know that. So I went with the Grenadier because he could combine the bombs with my weapons, and I started off with martial weapons, which the Alchemist's sneak attack did not. But another issue I've come across with this build is my bombs take a penalty, range penalty, the -4 one into melee. I looked it up, and according to what I read, they do. So I'm gonna have to get 2 more feats just to get rid of that. And I probably am gonna want to do that because there may be times when I want to use bombs into melee combat. I actually kind of went off track. One of the reasons I'm actually glad I want to continue using bombs and I didn't respec into the sneak attack, the sneak attack alchemist was because touch attacks are actually very useful in this game due to a lot of enemies having high armor class. Not to mention the debuffs on those bombs can be useful as well. So that's my current reason for wanting to keep the using bombs in a rapier. I mean, I'll have to get 2 extra feats that'll keep me from getting other feats I wanted to get, but I'm gonna make this build work. Well, I may do that or I may not do that. But let's go. Well, let's talk to Taiga now. Greetings, my rescuer. There were many things I wished to speak to you about, but now I can't seem to find the words. Being free feels exhilarating, but the bitter realization of how many terrible things happen in my absent weighs on me. Never before has my soul been troubled by so many warring emotions. I contacted the Hand of Inheritor as soon as I got out. Here on Gorn, I can freely send messages to my celestial brethren. So I know more now than when we first met. I now know what happened over the years. I was held prisoner. I know this is the 5th Crusade, driven by desperation and daring like none before it. And I know about the darkness you have brought, about the hope you brought to all of us. I thank you. You are the light in this darkness. Can your wing be healed? If there is such a thing, if there is such a way, it is unknown to me. The wing has become part of me. I feel that if I were to cut it off, it would go back just as deformed as it is now. Its existence is a challenge for me, and there is nothing left to do but accept it. I will have to live wondering constantly whether foulness is creeping into my soul, just as it had crept into my body. And may Domine help me if my fears are ever realized. Are you going to return to heaven? I wouldn't dare with this wing, with foulness that has become a part of me. How could I enter the shining light of heaven? Besides, I don't want to leave you and the Crusades. I was meant to join my brothers and sisters inside the Ward Stones. Since that did not come to pass, I want to serve the Crusades in another way. Well, maybe you should go back to heaven. Maybe they'll help you with that wing. What did you want to talk about? Talk may not be the right word. I need to tell you something important. Listen. Yeah, this technically counts as talking. You know the truth about the Ward Stones. How their power is built upon angels locked inside. My dear brother, Laura and I were supposed to end up inside the Warstone, but we both escaped that fate. He perished, and I was captured by Arueshalae. There's something else you should know. Even the glorious heralds of my goddess was not immediately aware of this. The power of Wardstones comes from the selfishness of those imprisoned within them. It is not sophisticated magic that wounds and binds demons, but the angels voluntarily sacrifice their foregoing of freedom in the name of duty. The truth is, in some rare cases, there is no need to seal anyone inside an artifact to achieve a similar magic. There are some such individuals among mortals and immortals who are willing to give up their lives to protect others. And when this happens, the mortals or immortals can become a living wardstone of sorts, weakening and holding back demons by the force of their presence alone. Not selfish, it's selflessness in prison, of those in prison within. Okay. But they said it was rare. Which means it's probably not easy to achieve what you're talking about. So that's probably why the wardstone was used. Yeah, I'm rereading some of this just to make sure I understand. Unbeknownst to me, I acquired this power, even immersed in my enchanted sleep. I protected the poor folks who were imprisoned in Arueshalae's laboratory with me. Yeah, I think we noticed that. When we were in that laboratory, we saw the ward. And Intro and Kara did the same at Protura's fall. It was their self-sacrifice, so different but always sincere, that protected the temple, not just Protura's power. The hand of the inheritor had long suspected this, but only after speaking to me did he finally realize the truth. He wants you to know, once we have dealt with more urgent matters, he wants to search for rare souls capable of becoming living wardstones. They will be the vanguard of your crusade, and they will make demons and demon lords alike tremble in fear. Living wardstones? How can we find such people and what they're capable of? I mean, this is a very rare phenomenon. I added that last part. I don't have the answer to your questions. Being a living wardstone is more than just power. It is more than a gift. It's a true miracle, and like all miracles, it is extremely rare and is manifested only in dire circumstances. That is likely why we never heard of such things before now. The demon invasion is the gruesome catalyst that has awoken its hidden power in the souls across Glorian. But now that we know what we are looking for, we can recognize this special light in others. It will be our weapon in the fight against the abyss. Did Alira know about your special abilities? I don't know. She never mentioned it, but something about me piqued her interest. Many of our prisoners were unusual in one way or another, and when she left and ceased her experiments, I think that too was an experiment of sorts. Perhaps she even continued to observe us somehow. Thank you, I'll be going now. Wait, I didn't dare ask you before, but I wasn't sure I could take the answer, but please tell me how my brother Lethio died. I missed him so much. I want you to know what his final minutes were like. He fought until his last breath to save his mortal comrades, and he left his sword to be raised up by another in the future. We ought to do the same, protect each other, even in impossible situations. Nurture our hope and know how to give it to others. So that is the light we carry now and shine on even after we die. Thank you for your answer. Like a ray of light has revealed I must follow. Okay, looks like the mythic quest is done. We just talked to her. I'm not really sure how to complete this one. I did it with my old file, but I don't remember what I did. I'm kind of wondering if I just waited until a certain quest appeared. That one I know I have to wait until after Ivory Sanctum to do. This one I can wait until next chapter, and I'll probably do that because I'll probably be better equipped to deal with this. Because I did this one on this when I was like a level. Well, I might. I'm still thinking about it. Before I go into Ivory Sanctum, I want to be at least level 14. I can tell you that. And I'm very close to level 14. And I'm pretty sure going to the Blackwater settlement would do that. I need to do this quest line though, but I remember that fight being difficult if I choose to fight.
Friendship lasts forever.
Yeah, I'll definitely do this one before Ivory Sanctum. Maybe I might go back to the Midnight Isles and complete another floor. Because like I said, I'm very close to level 14 and I want to get there before I go into the Ivory Sanctum.
Adventures are exciting.
And there doesn't seem to be any other major quest lines I can do. I mean, I could probably go to the Riddle of the Nameless Ruins. I'll tell you, it's just going to be more talking. And I'll be told to solve like 4 riddles. I'll only be able to solve 1. Can't do this one. Yeah, I mean, I could go to the Riddle of the Nameless Ruin.
A simple smile goes a long way.
I manage Crusader affairs. Okay, that seems to contradict a bit what the our halfling prisoner said, where when this one guy came to the Crusaders area, they just tolerated the slavery. Probably it's gonna hurt if I take the blow, if I free him by force. Yeah, I want to send a message. Oh well. I don't want to give him a financial reward for having slaves. Lovely, we can get more. First, I need to join these guys up here. Now it's level 8. Alright, let's fight this army that's coming at us. I know we didn't do any actual combat in the game, but we can make up for it by fighting some demon armies. Yeah. I believe that next time I'm just gonna go into the Ivory Sanctum. Next stream, I mean. Because there's nothing else really for me to do. Well, I will. Of course, I'll go down to that area and free that woman from her insanity. I'm not sure if I'll record that or not, though. Because I usually do anything that's not related to a companion quest or the main story off screen. With few exceptions, like what you're seeing now, for instance. Actually, remember these guys. I definitely want to weaken them. And that's why. Look at how much damage they did. They one-shot my wizards there, but as long as this bar here doesn't get fully filled up, I'll get them back That would have been worse if I didn't target him. Luckily I have a cleric that can help. Yeah, I definitely want to shut you down before you... So you can't do that. There we go. Heals are canceling out all the damage I took, so that's good to have a healer unit. Alright, let's finish this up. As you can see, all the units that went down are back. No permanent losses there. Yeah, I'm building up an angelic army right here. I feel like the army, my main army has with more units in them are stronger than the angelic host I have there. Maybe when I get room, I'll probably add the angelic host to him, or maybe when I am able to get enough of them, I can safely put them in one of my main armies. Go ahead and I don't really use these guys, so I'm gonna send these 25 veteran archers up over here. There we go. Oh, we got some clerics. That'll definitely be useful. Now, who goes where? I'll send the heavy knights over to the mage, and those other two will just go down there. Yeah, you can come over here since you have a... You already have more of them over there. I'll integrate these reinforcements down here. I guess these are just spare armies that don't have a general from all the excessive soldiers I've been getting. This is my third general just on standby. Well, I might want to consider leveling her up a bit. I think 2-3 generals is good for now. Definitely want more than one. These are spellcasters. I imagine once I get to the next act, I'll be able to upgrade these into something else. So I'm still gonna buy them, and of course I'm gonna buy some clerics. Don't really use raiders or houndmasters, so I'll use a free search, see what else I can get. More clerics. Technically get them. Be expensive, but screw it. Oops. Bring these clerics down here to integrate with this army. There. They can all make their way down here to strengthen the army. I can wait a day and see if screw it, let's wait a day. Yep. Let's see. I need to get all these to rank 5 before I go to the next act. Diplomacy's full. Military's actually ready to go, it looks like. Logistics is almost up there. I remember this one being a real pain to level up, and leadership is getting up there. Yeah. Definitely need to work on ranking up. continue recruiting heavenly warriors. And right now, my morale is actually really good. Need to figure out the attractive impulse. Need to figure out what I want to turn that into. Attractive impulse. And I'm just looking up what I can get. I'm gonna go with the crossbow. Might as well start do some more building. There we go. Yeah, building stuff increases logistics, and I need to get that up. That's only rank 3. Yeah, there's... This wasn't really an eventful stream. Unfortunately, all I did was talk. Do some Crusader stuff. You know, I'm actually thinking one day I'll do a stream on the roguelike mode of Pathfinder Kingmaker. I've been playing that a lot lately. I make tremendous progress. I mean, I have 9 of the 16 items I need to get, because I need 4 items each, and I need to fight 4 heroes. It's similar to the one you do in the main campaign, except it's randomized whether you will get them or not, which is the annoying part. But I've been pretty lucky for the most part. And I've got 9 of the 16 items. I need to get those 16 items, and then I need to fight the fallen heroes that are like each of them one time with the 4 items to get their item, and then once I get the 4 items that are related to each of the 4 heroes, I can fight the final boss, which is the Spawn of Ravik. And after I do that, I will have completed the roguelike mode and got the gold trophy for it. I think I've done like 4 rounds, going on my 5th so far. And it's a good way to try out different things without having to go through the long campaign. At my current run, I'm at floor 17, I believe. My character's level 10. My plan was to go to at least floor 25, so not too far off, and get my character's level 15, maybe even level 16. And I'm hoping to get a couple more of those items, make some progress, because the last run I did, I got 4 of the 4 items. I like making progress with each run. But as of what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go ahead and before I go into the sanctum, I'm going to do the price of knowledge, because I might skip this one because it's a really hard mission. I'll probably do it the next time. But I do want to get to level 14 before going into the Ivory Sanctum. But I am running out of side quests to do, so I will have to. So probably next time I stream, I'm going to just go ahead and go in the Ivory Sanctum, resume the main story. There isn't much for me. There actually isn't much left to do. I could fight that one guy, go to that one area and fight the druid guy, but that will be a hard fight, and it might take a few tries for me to get lucky on my rolls and everything. And I don't. And it's already getting to the 2-hour mark, and before I do that, I was thinking about going through my inventory here and selling anything I won't need. And I might just do that. Or not, I might just fight that boss. I'm gonna end the stream here. I'm really sorry it wasn't eventful, but still, it was a stream. You got to see the one of my companions' quest line. So at least some progress was made. Next time we'll do the Ivory Sanctum. But first I need to get my character to level 14 before I go in there. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.